Hey there, this Jackie Bros.
And I'm Dunlap.
And I got a great sponsor this week. And all I got to do is sing a jingle and everybody knows what it is. 3 sticks of candy, 1 in each hand, and 1 in your mouth sounds like a good plan. Yeah, so 3 sticks of candy off a square. You shut your mouth. I'm doing the sponsor. You shut your mouth while I'm doing it.
Just how it sounds.
I don't care how it sounds. You the one that filth in your head. Don't spread it around everywhere else. Keep it in there. Anyhow, 3 sticks of candy off a square. Mr. Reynolds in there. And don't forget, every Wednesday between 3 and 6, 3 is 6. So 3 for the price of 6. That's
what?
3 sticks of candy. Shut up. 3 sticks of candy between every Wednesday between 3 and 6. 3 is 6 at 3 sticks of candy. So don't forget. I just said it. Between 3 and 6. 3 is 6. 3 for 6.
That's nonsense.
What do you mean it's nonsense?
You get nonsense.
You get twice as much. Between 3 and 6, 3 is 6. So instead of getting 3, you get 6. The same price.
What if you only want 3?
Well, you better get down there before 3 o'clock or come after 6 o'clock in the evening. Because between 3 and 6, 3 is 6 at 3 sticks of candy. So don't forget, every Wednesday.
So if you go into 3 sticks of candy, folks, we've talked about 3 sticks of candy on here before. You can't get 1 stick of candy. You have to get 3 sticks of candy.
Come in 3s, hey, that's how it is. You want 1 piece, you go somewhere else. And every Wednesday, between 3 and 6, 3 is 6 or 3 sticks of candy.
And so just to make it harder, if you go on Wednesdays in between 3 and 6, you have to get 6 pieces of candy.
Well, sometimes everybody knows 1 candy bar, 1 piece of candy ain't enough. As soon as you finish that, you won't wish you had another one. So you can go sit there and run back and forth every time you want a candy bar or something sweet. Or you can go down to 3 sticks of candy and get you 3 pieces to last this longer. And then go at between 3 and 6, you get 6 for the same price as 3. Between 3 and 6 on Wednesdays.
Because 3 is 6.
That's what 3 is 6, between 3 and 6 at 3 sticks of candy.
I think he's losing it. That sounds like the ravings of a madman.
Oh, hell, it's a special. He's running a special, selling candy.
Pharmacist Reynolds, no longer a pharmacist.
He's no longer a pharmacist at this point, no.
But he still dresses like a pharmacist. And he runs the candy store out of his old pharmacy.
He wears a smock and has the candy back in there.
Where the pills used to go. Because he killed a few people.
He did. Why are you bringing this up? I'm sitting here trying to.
His wife slipped on the wet, slick stairs.
I remember Maud passed away.
His wife, Maud Reynolds, she slipped and fell. Died. He had a couple of mix-ups.
You don't need to tell his life story on here. His sponsor is all it is. He's a sponsor. He sells candy. Comes in 3s or 6s. On Wednesday between 3 and 6.
3 is 6.
On Wednesdays between 3 and 6, 3 is 6 at 3 sticks of candy. That's it. We don't need to go into his history. And as fascinating story as it may be.
It is fascinating.
Well,
sad.
It is what it is. It's sad and this and that.
And now he sits back there and he talks to his dead wife who's no longer there. And I've heard, I'm scared to go in there myself, but I've heard that now he's dressed a mannequin up in his dead wife's clothes.
That's for the children that go in for the candy.
For the children?
It's just like when you go to McDonald's Playland, they got Ronald McDonald standing up there. It ain't real. Mannequin or dressed up, whatever it is.
No, that is not 2 similar things. A similar thing would be if Ronald McDonald had a mannequin of his dead wife.
The kids don't know that. They just go in for the candy and see the woman standing there.
That's creepy as hell. That's insane.
They don't know the whole backstory to that. He talks to it like somebody say, hey, Ronald McDonald, get a cheeseburger, whatever it is.
No, he cries. He cries as he talks to
He does not cry all the time. No, sir, he doesn't. He's in there happy to smile on his face wearing his smock. And the mannequin's in there just for show. It ain't nothing strange about that. It's just a reminder or whatever.
Well, why does he need a reminder? I mean, can't
I
you
don't
remember?
know. It's his personal business. It's all I'm saying is it's good candy. You know, it's everything Kit Kat, Snicker bar.
Tied up
peppermint stick.
in twine or a ribbon.
Ribbon, string, something. It's good. I mean, candy. Everybody likes candy. Everybody loves something sweet in your mouth. And that's, you might as well go there as go anywhere else if you want to get, more than one.
You can't go in there and get one stick of candy.
We've been through this.
I know, but some people hearing this may find it difficult to believe.
One is 3 all the time, man. One is 3.
One is always 3.
One is always 3. Now, on Wednesdays, between 3 o'clock and 6. Between 3 and 6, 3 is 6.
So then 1 would also be 6. 1 is 3, but on Wednesdays 1 is 6. But 3 is also 6 because 1 is 3.
You get 6 pieces on Wednesday between 3 and 6.
This is starting to sound like a beautiful mind. I think he's going around the bend a little bit.
Enough. Just leave it. I sang a jingle and I did
Somebody
the best I could.
online was asking us a question, Jackie. If you, sorry, fan, I forgot your name, but we appreciate you asking because you said, Jackie, if anyone had any legitimate questions that weren't dirty.
If it wasn't a mess.
And his question was, suppose you wanted a Snickers, a peanut butter Snickers, and there's probably another kind of Snickers.
I remember they asked that, and I said on there, I'd check, and I was right. It's 3 of the same kind. No, you can get there. I don't know all the Snickers, and when I was in there last time, there's regular Snickers, 3 of them, and then there's one that's like a beige color Snickers, whatever that is.
Almonds.
Whatever it is, there's 3 of them.
So you can't, if you want,
if you want to do that, go somewhere else and do it. It is a free country.
Go to another place that sells
candy.
That's
fine, but that ain't that.
Which
other
is every place.
The other place, whatever it is not my sponsor on here. My sponsor is 3 Sticks of Candy. That's where I'm telling everyone to go. If you want more than one piece.
If you want more than one piece, if you want to get confused over which numbers are which.
No, it ain't. It's 3 and 6, and it's all in 3s.
If you want to talk to a mannequin of a man's dead wife, it's just a regular mannequin. I may be confusing some people here. Let me clarify. He found a regular mannequin out in the trash behind JCPenney or something. It was a little damaged, so that makes it a little creepier.
Where you got it from. It's just like a statue.
But he did not have a mannequin made of his dead wife. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill mannequin.
Woman's clothes on it. Where is he going to get woman's clothes? He already got some laying around at home. He don't need to go buy woman's clothes to dress it up for the store. But he just used the ones he got. It had to be his same size or whatever, his wife's clothes on there, and it's just there for show. It ain't there for, he don't think it's real. He knows better. It's just in there,
So when he talks to it and cries and says, when are you going to come home, Mom?
Oh, he doesn't say all that all the time. It's just an atmosphere thing. Like I said,
he's
just
putting
like
on a little show based on his life. It's like a one-man show.
Well, let him tell you about his life instead of you on here going on about it. If you want that, go down there. You may catch him doing that, and that's fine. You enjoy it. Eat your candy and watch.
So basically, in 3 Sticks of Candy, which sounds like just where everything's going to be on the level, everything is a lie. He dresses like a pharmacist and keeps his candy in pill bottles, yet he is no longer a pharmacist.
It's old-timey for show when you used to go, and the candy was all in the jars. It's just for, like McDonald's. What is McDonald's? What is that? What is Ronald McDonald and the bird and the monster, burglar? What is all that? Is that somebody's life story? I don't know. But it's there for show. It's the same thing.
Well, let me ask you. If
Sony's big boy. Sony's big boy's out in front. What is his story? Run him down. He got a mannequin. It's the same thing in the store shop. All those wooden Indians.
They don't have a sad backstory. Well, the Indians, I guess, do, but nothing else does. Ron McDonald's not up there like, oh, my dad left me when I was 6, and then Mama got breast cancer.
Got sad story. He runs a hospital all cancer children. Miserable.
Yeah, but they don't bring that up every time you try to buy a Happy Meal.
Well, that's the point I'm saying. You bringing all this up every time you go in to get 3 sticks of candy or 6 on Wednesday.
Does Ron McDonald run a hospital for cancer children, or does he just run the house where cancer children's family stays?
I don't know. Either one is depressing.
But good.
I'm glad he does it, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's why I'm saying there's some sadness with Ronald McDonald. You go back in his past and you look
sure,
up,
if you
dig up every
around,
piece of
why
dirt
does a
you
man
want to.
become a clown? There's something wrong. Sure. Big
Well,
boy.
whatever it is, the point I'm trying to say, it ain't no different with Three Sticks of Candy. You can sit there and make whatever you want of it.
All I'm saying is all we've said today. This is all I'm saying. It's just I'm not even running it down. I'm just saying it's interesting fact that he dresses like a pharmacist is no longer a pharmacist.
It's for show. Ronald McDonald
I'm
dressed
just
up like
saying.
a clown. What's a clown got to do with the hamburger? Ain't got nothing to do with it. Ain't got nothing to do with it.
But he is a clown. He wasn't barred from being a clown because he killed people like pharmacist Reynolds.
Did, but it's for show. All right, he's not a pharmacist anymore, but it's run like an old timer. You know, he don't have a barbershop quartet in there, but someplace like that, like he should do it.
Oh,
Actually.
that would be fun. I'd go in there and hear
He
that.
don't. He ain't gonna do it.
Probably all be songs about his dead wife. Then he's got the mannequin dressed up like his
But
dead
it's
wife.
the same thing as who's Sony's big boy ain't real, and they got him dressed up like Sony's big boy out in front of Sony's. So what is that? It's the same thing.
Is his dead wife supposed to be like the mascot?
Oh, hell. Yes, it's like that's a point I'm saying. It's the
Okay.
same as Ron McDonald or you making it out like Psycho, something crazy or something. And
Well, it's a little bit like
All
I just
right,
think he's
whatever.
going around the bend.
I'm
Like
just
it
saying
starts out,
it's something for memory's sake. And it's in there, and it has to do with the store, and he was dressed up in a way just like you go to McDonald's. They wear their uniforms. That's what he wears for 3 Sticks of Candy.
and then the numbers are lies. 3 is 6 and 1 is 3. I mean, it's just a little confusing. That's all
And
I was trying to say.
I ain't going to explain it again to
If
you.
this is like Psycho, I'll make this point, Jackie.
It
while
ain't
we're still
like
on
nothing
360.
like you making it
The
out to
first
be.
time we talked about it, it was when he's just real nice and making a sandwich. Now this time it's starting to get a little creepy. And then all I'm going to say is I would imagine the third time we do 3 Sticks of Candy as a sponsor,
hell.
he will be murdering young
All right,
blonde
keep
women.
saying that. You could go to
Spoiler
he should
alert.
sue you on here for character.
I didn't say he is murdering. I just said he will probably
Oh
murder.
hell, he ain't going. It's candy. It ain't got nothing to do with all that.
And you're the one running down Big Boy. What did he ever do to you?
That's the point I'm making. He ain't done nothing. Even if he had done something, if he done something bad, I still like the food there. I'll go sit there and eat, no matter what it is he has in his past. I ain't gonna judge it by one thing.
There's no telling. Is he really a boy?
I don't. That ain't the point of what it.
He has a weird, ageless. I can't tell if he's a man or a boy, but if he's a man, he's wearing like little kids' overalls. I guess he's supposed to be a boy. I'm trying to remember the comic books they used to give out in there. Did he have parents? Why'd they let him get so big?
It was like, if I remember correctly, they used to have little comic books, and they used to have placemat had stories on it, pictures of him on it, little paper, whatever it is. He was like Richie Rich, but instead of money, it was all food.
Oh, like he had the most food of anybody in town.
I think that's what, I don't remember all that. That's what I remember.
Did he have a father like Mr. Rich?
No.
He just had the money.
Wait,
The
food.
Food is money. 3 is 6. Did he have a dog like Dollar, but with a food name? Like
I don't remember. He run
Food?
around all sorts of people. I
Food
don't
the
know.
dog?
But he had Sony's food is what it was. Sony Bear is something different.
Shawnee Bear is something different. Not as good.
Not as good as Big Boy, no.
Were they friends, or did Bear replace Boy?
You know how it is, crossover things they do all the time. Put that in this and this and that.
Alternate dimensions,
Well, I don't know about that.
like X-Men.
All right, enough.
Time travel. I would like to see a Big Boy Shawnee Bear version of Days of Future Past.
What?
So that's 3 Sticks of Candy, folks.
That's my sponsor. I say it. 3 Sticks of Candy. Off a Square, Wednesdays between 3 and 6. 3 is 6. So come on down anytime. But get you more candy on Wednesday.
I got a sponsor this week, Jackie. I think you're going to like.
Yeah.
Everybody knows this store. Also, coincidentally, located right off the square in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
The Squattin' Winker.
Oh, yeah.
Tea sets, doilies, fancy mints, assorted ornamentals. Wait, let me read that again. The Squattin' Winker. Tea sets, doilies, fancy mints, assorted ornamentals. That's all at the Squattin' Winker, run by Miss Anne Hathaway. If you got a need for a tea set, a doily, some sort of fancy mint, and assorted ornamentals, go on down there. It's not Anne Hathaway from the movies, but she says they're related. She'll set you up with whatever fancy bullshit you need. That's the Squattin' Winker.
Say that. I've been down to Squattin' Winker before. It's got shrubbery all out front. It looked like it's a garden or something. You have to get behind the shrubbery to see what it is. Look like a little house or shack or something. Half of it's shrubbery to get to it is what I'm saying. But now every time I go in there, I'm scared I'm going to break something.
Yeah, and she's looking at you like you about to.
Well, yeah.
I don't like stores run by little old fancy ladies.
Well, I went in there one time looking for something, Miss Broyles, something, holiday, this, that. But Miss Broyles wouldn't like nothing in there.
It's fancy. It's for fancy old ladies. Like,
if you like it, that's fine.
That's
go in there.
fine. If you like finger sandwiches and with cucumbers and drink a cup of tea and on a doily and then have a fancy mint and then look at your assorted ornamentals, that's fine. Then you need to go to the Squattin' Winker.
The assorted ornamentals fun to look at. I wouldn't spend money on that stuff,
one,
but
no.
Yeah, but they got all animal stuff. I like that. Yeah.
If you've got like a weird, never married, shut-in aunt who has a lot of pretensions, this is the place for her. The Squattin' Winker.
Squattin' Winker. You come around the shrubbery. It's tall shrubbery. It's taller than you. And you go through, it ain't a maze per se, but you go one way, come around. And
there's that one turn in it.
Yeah, that one. And then
where you think it might be a maze, but then it's just there's the place.
And then you see the mascot, whatever it is, kind of like Some's Big Boy, what they got. But it's, what is that, elf?
It's
dwarf,
some sort of elf or sprite.
Snow White, Seven Dwarfs, what it looks like to me, one of them.
Yeah, he's like squatting behind a bush, winking at you.
Yeah, peeking around.
The Squattin' Winker.
That's him, yeah.
And you can buy little replicas of him to put behind things to squat and wink.
I wouldn't, like I said, some ornamental, some, cute, fun to look at. I wouldn't, ain't worth my money. I ain't going to, Some people buy that stuff, put it in a case, a glass case, and look at it. I just go there and look at it.
It's just a waste. It's just a waste. Now, if you were having like a bridal shower or a baby shower or something like that, she's got the patio in the back where the hedges resume. And they got little tables back there, and she does catering, and she'll whip you up some of them fancy little sandwiches and the mints and all that crap.
She was doing, I don't know if she still does it, Harry Potter's things for kids.
Yeah, she didn't like it. She didn't like kids in there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why they had that down there. They had some Harry Potter's birthday kids thing.
Yeah, well, I used to bang her daughter, Ginger.
All right, I'm not going to.
And Ginger's daughter, Harriet.
What?
That's why she likes Harry Potter, because her name was similar. She likes anything named Harry. Prince Harry, Harry the dog from the books, children's books. Ginger's daughter, Harriet, was like, hey, why don't you get Meemaw, or as she had to call her, Mrs. Hathaway, to do a Harry Potter thing in here, because it's weird and stupid. Like
it's almost like that anyway, or something. Like it, Harry Potter's, whatever.
Yeah, it's like a place that's so awful, you can only imagine there must be a magical world hiding behind it, only to turn out there is no magical world. It's just the awful.
Just more shrubbery back there.
Yeah. So they did a few Harry Potter parties, and it just, Ms. Hathaway's nerves could not stand it.
Yeah,
She's got nerves. She always been a nervous type. That's what Ginger told me. Ever since her father died, he slipped on them stairs.
Why we gotta always?
I don't know. I guess the lesson here is just make sure you're wearing some kind of shoe when it rains outside. Summer showers, people, we're getting in that season, that time of the year. Stairs are slick. we've named 2 different people who have died falling on the stairs.
It happens, yeah, but I don't know why you. That's the point. It's okay. Things happen in life. You don't have to sit here and talk about. Just do the sponsor. Tell people about Squat and Wanker, and that's it. Let it go. You know, tell them what's inside, assorted ornamentals. What is it? Doilies and this, whatever. Tell them that, and don't get into who you knows or their stories and who slipped and fell. You don't need to get into all that.
Look, I like to think of it as I'm just here. We're having a nice conversation, Jackie. Not you and me.
Well, but we ain't supposed to be. It's supposed to be the sponsors. You're supposed to just do the sponsors.
I
at
like
the
to
top, and then you
fill
play
in.
the music, and then you talk.
The listener needs to know the background. They're here. They're like, oh, Murfreesboro.
Well, it's
What
fine
an
to-
interesting place.
Listen, I agree with you that it's a good message to get out to everybody. Get you some good shoes. You know, got some traction to it.
Yes, definitely.
Always be ready to grab something when you fall. When we'll try to be. I get up in the A's. I move up the stairs, hold on the rail.
Hold on
around
to
it.
a handrail. It
I
ain't
come
hard.
in the kitchen. I'm on. I got the stove, everything around me, and but that's a good point. But there ain't no reason to get into who fell and died. We don't need to run down the list of everyone who fell and died. Murphy, it'd be a long list, I'll tell you that. But
It would be. It's kind of astounding how many people. Every time it rains, day after it rains, you get the Daily News Journal and you turn to the obituaries to see who fell.
yeah,
I mean, it's sometimes 9 or 10 people after a storm.
yeah, it's true. Yeah,
When we have them rainy spells that last for like a week or so, the funeral homes can't even keep up. So I don't see anything wrong with warning people.
well, that's fine. Like I said, that's good. But you
It
don't have
sounds
to
like
go
an
down.
epidemic to
You
me.
don't have to go down the list of everyone that slipped and fell and tell all the tales. That's how we got on. We're just supposed to do the sponsor. That's it. Squatting.
That's Squat and Wanker.
Yeah.
The Squat and Wanker
Leave
right
it-
off the square.
Leave it at that. Yeah.
Poor widowed Miss Anne Hathaway, not that
Oh.
one. Has all your tea sets, doilies, fancy mints, and assorted ornamentals. Go through the shrubbery, see the Squat and Wanker himself. Go through the doors, look around for a second, try not to break anything, go outside, see where they have showers and used to have the Harry Potter parties. Then you got to go back through because there's no
Ain't no way exit.
no
after
rear
that.
exit.
Yeah.
You got to go back through. Try not to break anything. Withstand her withering glare. Back through the shrubbery. Pat the Squat and Wanker on its head. And then you're back on the square. And then you can run over to see old Mr. Reynolds at 3 Sticks of Candy, where
Yeah.
3 is 6.
On
Wednesdays.
between 3 and 6. Not
Between
all the
3 and
time.
6. Not all the
One
time.
is 3 all the time.
And I'm just going to say it one more time. Good shoes. Go to Payless. Say, I'm worried about slipping and falling. They'll point you in the right direction.
Yeah, gets good souls on them. Yeah.
Payless did not give us $25, but you go anywhere.
Yeah, well,
shoes.
they sell good shoes. Anybody, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shoes a shoe, really. But
Yeah.
just make sure you ain't going.
Pay less shoes, yeah, that's good.
So that's Payless Shoes. Off the square.
Yeah.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, there's Jackie Bowles.
Hey, there's Dunlap. Jackie's best friend.
Well, and
Jackie's oldest and dearest friend.
I know.
Dunlap.
I known him for a while, but I know a few people longer than you.
Who would you say is your oldest and dearest friend?
I
Not to
don't
put you
know.
on the spot.
Hey, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to be. I got neighbors I known for a long time.
You know anybody from back when you was a kid that somehow managed to stay alive?
They ain't here in town no more.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
You don't like to talk about your personal life.
You asked me a question, I answered. What do you want me to say?
Who is do you remember the girl you had your first crush on?
All right, I'm not gonna sit here and no. I'm not gonna sit here and. I know where it's going. You ain't gonna get me. No.
Where is it going? I'm asking instinct.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear about it. Just let it go.
My first crush was Allison
I
McCannigan.
don't want to hear your crushes, and I don't want to sit there and think about my crushes or what. I don't want to hear about no crushes. None of them. No.
Young Love. Jackie Love is...
Oh, hell, I don't want to do it. Don't start.
I'll put it to you like this. We can talk about love or we can talk about Hillary Clinton.
Oh, hell.
Because she's real sick.
Well,
that's what Karl Rove said.
He said, well, it's what you was talking about earlier.
Slipping and falling.
Slipping and falling. And I tell you this right now, if Karl Rove was right, she's lucky she just got brain damage.
Yeah.
Because everybody we know slip and fell, most of them.
Die.
Yeah. Could be a lot worse.
You could have a Secret Service detail, but if you ain't got on good shoes with a solid tread, non-slick tread, some good soles on them.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're president or the president's wife or, the latest in a long line of some sort of family dynasty that's set to rule over the United States of America for the next 100 or so years.
Oh, hell.
Maybe there's 2 or 3 other dynasties that sort of hand off power between each other. It doesn't matter if you ain't got good shoes.
Well, yeah.
You're going to be in a hospital for 30 days. And then come out and be president.
Yeah, something to think about. I don't know. You don't know somebody take a fall like that. What rattle around up in there? You don't know.
My thing is, I don't trust anybody I've seen fall.
If they falling down all the time.
Even once isn't too much.
Well, once everybody gets a pass, everybody
I'll
has
give you
a moment
once,
to get
but
it.
if I see you
Clutch
fall
it.
twice, that's it.
And I don't know how many. They may be covered up. She could be falling down all the time. I don't know. I'm not saying she is.
Oh, I can't imagine the Clintons would cover anything up.
Well,
She probably falls down 3-4 times a day. She's like a damn scarecrow in Wizard of Oz. She can't stay up.
you see somebody, like I said, you see somebody trip and fall, help them up. Everybody's entitled to falling down once. The same person 4 or 5 times, you don't want them near you. You're falling all over the place.
Mm-mm.
You can't have it.
Mm-mm.
Nobody wants to put up with that.
I can't watch Wizard of Oz. I can't watch Three's Company. Any show where somebody falls down a lot, I'm like, get that idiot off my TV.
Well,
And not to speak ill of the dead, but you know what happened to John Ritter, too. Fall down all the time. Look what happens to you. So I ain't saying Karl Rove is wrong. I ain't saying Karl Rove is right. But I think he's right. I think
it's something to look at, yeah.
we need to delve into her medical records. But now you know how Democrats are. We can't even get school records.
Well, yeah.
Do we have Hillary's school records? I mean, there's that picture of her and Bill Clinton look like they just smoked a joint, which I gotta say is pretty cool. But do we have records of her ever going to school? She's supposed to have been real smart and done all this stuff. What was she, a lawyer?
Something like that, they say.
Another thing I don't like is on Sesame Street when the chef was at the top of the stairs, he had all them pies and he'd fall down and all the pies.
Well, the first time that's funny, yeah.
Right, but he did it 12 times.
I know it. He'd count all the numbers.
By like number 7, you'd be like,
He's
we
an
shouldn't even give him these pies. He's just going to drop them.
Idiot.
Well, do you hear that singing? Sound like a helicopter and singing. It sounded like Apocalypse Now, a helicopter playing music.
I don't know what's going on outside.
I don't know if y'all could hear that or not. They're probably going to Longhorns dance party.
Yeah.
Probably just some boys from the base.
I'll take that over the sirens, I guess, whatever that was.
Probably a drone.
Singing.
It may be a drone, Jackie. You think
Singing drone.
maybe Obama's onto us and he's sending drones to blast us out the way they play like death metal and Tony Orlando and Dawn to get like terrorists and criminal masterminds and cult leaders to give up the ghost. Get out.
I hope it ain't come that, but I wouldn't put it past him.
So Hillary Clinton, a lot of people said Karl Rove is going too far. But she's an old lady.
Nowadays, just stating the obvious is going too far. Common sense is going too far. That's what it's come to.
I mean, she is going to be real old.
If she falls down and has to wear special glasses, what does that say to you?
Oh, yeah, he said she was wearing glasses, the kind you get when you have brain damage.
Well,
which
yeah,
I've never heard of, but...
There's brain damage glasses. Yeah, there is. People, you can't see right after you brain damage.
And the glasses make you see right?
Well, best it can.
Sure.
Not all the way, no.
If they have glasses to wear after you fall, couldn't they make some sort of like robot legs to strap her into so she won't fall?
Well, that's what probably happened. If she falls down all the time, you ain't going to see that on the news. If she gets to be pregnant, it'd be half robot. Hillary Clinton. It's a damn nightmare is what it is.
It's like, so right now what we're speculating is that Hillary Clinton falls down all the time, and the media's not showing it to us, just like FDR's polio.
Yeah, it's the same thing. He just brought it up like, hey, maybe she's got brain damage.
And then people jump on him like it's the worst thing anybody's ever said.
Maybe she does.
Maybe they all do. I don't think it's going too far. Yeah, I don't care if it's Republican, Democrat, Obama, Mitt Romney. If you won't stand up in a town hall and say, do you have brain damage? I think that's a fair question.
It should be anyway. Nowadays, no.
Now, I guess you get branded a Tea Party loon if you ask somebody if they got brain damage.
Yeah.
But I think it's a fair question.
Well, they turned it around and pointed at you. You got brain damage.
Yeah, they said Karl Rove got brain damage.
Yep. They say half the Tea Party, all of them got brain damage.
Look, I ain't got nothing against people with brain damage, but I ask, on my OkCupid, that's one of the first things I ask girls.
Well, you need to know that's something. I don't know what that is, but that's something. If you can't tell, you look at someone. That's how you tell they got brain damage. Is in the eyes.
Oh, in the glasses.
Well, the glasses cover it up. If you take up glasses off and that one eye goes this way or what, you know what I mean.
Well, that could just be something wrong with their eyes. It doesn't necessarily mean.
Well, it's a telltale sign. It's that, and you know people that are brain damaged. Hell.
Look, I ain't even going to say if somebody got brain damage means they can't be president, but I put it on the table. Let us know. It ain't just brain damage. I guess he's saying she could die because she's going to be so old.
Well, yeah. They didn't tell. Remember how the press covered up, liberal press, old FDR's legs. And what happened to him?
He died.
He sure as hell did.
I mean, like on his sixth go-round as president.
Well, it was coming.
It was coming.
And they, we could have told us, I got polios, and, you know where it's headed.
McCain, Bob Dole, very honest about their
What
physical.
McCain tells you all the time, which is neither one of the arms work. Now, should that going to make them be a bad president?
I do like the fact that if something happens and they get mad in office, that they can pound both their fists on a table at the same time. But, I mean, I wouldn't say that would keep me from voting for him, but he's just something I like to imagine a powerful president being able to do.
Well, Dole's I always like Dole's. Dole's too old now. He can't do it.
No, he missed his chance. Thanks to who? Bill Clinton.
Yep.
Ruins everything.
Took it from him. He was right there at his peak. Old Bob Dole was right then.
It was peak Bob Dole.
Yeah.
If we were ever going to have Bob Dole president.
That was the moment. It did.
Peak Dole.
Didn't take that opportunity. This country did not take that opportunity to have peak Dole.
We could have had 4 or 8 years of Bob Dole. If we'd had 8 years, he would have been in office during 9/11. He could have prevented that whole thing.
Well, maybe.
I mean, I don't like to play games like that with this could have happened and this would have happened, but
you can't. Yeah, it's hard to. But
of course, then we wouldn't have had President George W. Bush.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But we would have had a Dole dynasty. like the pineapples. So Hillary Clinton's sick. Karl Rove calls her out on it. He gets put in whatever, liberal blog jail.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Oh, yeah.
He don't care. I'd like a show where Karl Rove just gets on there and speculates about what might be wrong with whoever's in the news.
Fox ought to do it up. I'd watch it.
Like Dr. Oz.
I don't understand why he ain't allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah, what? Did something happen where he's no longer a free-born citizen of the United States of America?
He can't state what's on his mind. That's the freedom's taken from you. He just said, I wonder if she got, well, he probably does have, brain damage. Everybody jump on him.
Freedom of speech is on the way out in this country, Jack.
Now, he's not always right on things he speculates. Now, I will say that. He is not always right, but he has the right to speculate on it. Like when he thought old McCain had a black baby.
Yeah, right. He was
speculating on that.
He's just speculating.
That's what he's doing.
Well, didn't he do something where he started a campaign saying there was a candidate his candidate was running against, and he was like, that guy's a child molester?
Well, he must have done something to make Karl Rove wonder if that was
just
the case.
Wonder.
Yeah, speculating. He didn't say. He said he might be. And like Hillary Clinton, he said probably, but that don't mean,
Here's what we're saying. Just because you are running a powerful campaign to determine who will be the next leader of the free world doesn't mean you can't speculate about things. He's still an American citizen born free under the U.S. Constitution. Free-born man.
He can wonder about whatever he wants to out loud. Or put it on flyers or whatever. It's free. Freedom. Nowadays, you can't do it no more.
And you don't want to elect a person who is a child molester.
Well, hell no.
Now, you can elect somebody. We're not saying you shouldn't elect somebody who has had a black baby out of wedlock, but that's just some backstory people might be interested in. Some people might be more interested in it than others. He's just throwing stuff out there.
It's just, I'm curious.
Curiosity, they say, killed the cat. I say curiosity kept us from electing a brain-damaged, about-to-die woman.
That's what they call him, Curious Carl.
With a K.
Yeah.
I think that in college he had that on a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And they made him walk around campus and they'd throw tomatoes at him.
That's the show right there on Fox, what you just said.
What's wrong with this guy?
I'm curious.
Curious Carl. I'm just curious.
Do you have brain damage? And I don't understand. That ain't a big deal anyway. Everybody making a fuss over that. Liberals are not going to vote for somebody because they got brain damage. They'll come out of the woodworks. Oh, poor old grandma with brain damage. Bless her heart. Wants to be president. So, we're just bleeding hearts.
Oh, they're biased against brain damage now, I guess is what it is.
Well,
we live in a country where people are biased against brain damage.
Pitiful.
They'll be saying, somebody be Karl Rove saying, look, Hillary Clinton's got brain damage, and then they're like, oh, Rove, explain to us some more about brain damage, please.
Yeah.
Doctor, explain to us. Karl Rove could bring out the doctor who specializes in brain damage more than any doctor in the world, and that doctor could be on Fox News, and the liberals be like, oh, he's doctor-splaining to us. Tell me again how I have brain damage, doctor. I love it when doctors get on here and tell me what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
That's how people don't want to hear the truth anymore. Truth is offensive. Truth hurts.
It does.
Well, remember this, folks. Remember when Hillary Clinton gets into office and she, we don't wish this on her, but when she dies because of brain damage, and we have President, whatever idiot is her vice president, probably Joe Biden again.
Oh, good Lord.
President Biden.
You talk about brain damage.
He looks like They just operated on him.
I guess I couldn't have. Oh,
Wait, did they operate on him? Am I mixing him up with somebody?
I don't know. I can't keep up all his operations. But as far as speculating, I have speculated that Joe Biden. I've been curious whether he had brain damage for a long time, and he ain't ever fell down, as far as I know.
Verbally.
Well, every time he opens his mouth, I wonder if he's got brain damage. Can't say that out loud, though, can you?
Here's an article from. Does Joe Biden have brain damage? A lot of articles speculating on that.
Well,
he
nobody's
did
talking
have a
about
brain
that.
aneurysm.
See?
Did he? Did Biden's 1988 aneurysm? I'm sorry, I'm just reading Google results on a podcast. He did have some sort of brain operation.
There you go.
He looks like his head is shaved for another operation, is what I was going to say earlier.
He about ready
And
for
I was
one.
afraid he did have a brain tumor, and I chickened out because of the liberal thought police.
Yeah.
You can't even speculate on anybody having a brain tumor
Nope.
anymore.
How dare you?
Sitting there, tumor growing out of you at the side of your head. Got to move your head in a weird way to fit through a door. People say, how dare you speculate I have a brain tumor? How dare you?
Falling down all the time?
Check your non-tumor privilege, sir. So that's Hillary Clinton might have brain damage, according to Karl Rove.
Who was it? It wasn't him. It was one of the Cheney said, oh, Lewinsky's in a magazine.
Yes, I think Vanity Fair, I think, did a big article on. Now, the 90s are back, Jackie.
Well, it's like we're living in hell all over again. It's going to be Clinton's all over again.
Yep, they're getting her ready. Monica Lewinsky getting
What?
ready to get back in the spotlight. We're going to be seeing a lot of interviews with her for the next few years. Well, we got 3 years.
She didn't do but one thing that we know of, and we got to hear about it over and over again. That's fine. I don't need to hear that filth. Never wanted to hear it in the first place. President brought it to the White House. And now she's famous, go on the TV, do interviews, all this for doing one thing. It makes me sick to my stomach.
Well, Jackie, people these days to get really famous, when you're sort of famous but you want to get over to the next level, you got to put out a sex tape.
All right. I don't want...
That's how things are now.
I don't want no levels. I don't want to hear about it. It's pitiful what the world is now.
The problem that she didn't get her own TV show right away. Did she ever? I feel like she did have a TV show, but folks, I'm not going to Google it. I've already spent too much time looking up Joe Biden's brain aneurysm. Monica Lewinsky, the reason she did not, become an additional cast member of Friends or whatever was because they didn't have it on videotape. If there had been a Clinton Lewinsky videotape,
all right, enough.
she would have had 3 or 4 years.
I don't want to hear about
Of a
it.
huge celebrity.
All right,
Instead of
enough.
having to go hide, it wouldn't be a thing. She'd be like, oh, I'm famous now.
Pitiful. Pitiful. Everything's topsy-turvy in this world. It ain't the same world I grew up in. I guess things change. They always do, but seems like they're all changing for the worse.
Well, you did grow up in a world where Roosevelt's legs were hidden from sight.
That's right. That's the liberal press for you right there.
But now we can at least, I will say it's better because you can bring it up. Because Karl Rove is able to bring it up.
He should, but look
He
what
gets
happened to him.
tarred
when
and feathered, but
yeah, he can still do it.
he
yeah.
did get to bring it up.
Back in, you want to talk about Roosevelt's legs.
Did anybody ever bring it up, or were they just, for the good of the country, we will not mention that he can't walk?
Well, war and stuff, that changes everything, so that's got to take that into account. But still, war or no war, he's crippled. Hey, there's no.
Well, you don't say that.
Well, that's what you said back in. I'm sorry. He handicapped? What do you want me to say?
I guess
Polios.
challenged in some way.
He was challenged, leg challenged.
Differently abled in the leg department.
How would that have hurt anybody knowing that? He met, if you worried about the enemy, this and that, he met with Russia and all them, and he had to be wheeled around. Everybody knew.
So you're saying everybody knew, we just didn't talk about it.
Well,
out of respect.
Well, they didn't tell everybody. I guess people kind of figured it out on their own,
Something's wrong here. There's always a cut. He's sitting down and he's at the podium. It's a weird cut. They didn't understand editing techniques that well back then, but they knew when there was a weird cut.
It wasn't hurt nobody know that. It don't hurt nobody know now. Everybody knew old Kennedy is sleeping around this and that, all the women and stuff, and they didn't say anything out of respect.
It turned them on.
What?
Made them hot.
All right.
What got the sexual revolution going? Just thinking about Kennedy doing it with all them women. Right? That's just what I always... I'm not going to say I learned that in school, but I think I just made the connection. Because it's Kennedy gets shot, then it's hippies doing it in the street.
Oh.
In the history books.
That's kind of what happened, yeah.
So I just imagine people just sitting at home, loosening their tie. They can't even wear a hat anymore because they're just so hot and bothered by the thought of the president getting all that nookie up in Washington.
Right. I don't want...
Just sitting there thinking, I bet he's throwing it to Marilyn Monroe right now.
All right.
God.
Enough.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, he was with movie stars, this and that. Old Bill Clinton, just whatever nearby, I guess.
That's sexist and sizist.
What?
Slut shaming
I
and
don't
also
have nothing
body
against
shaming.
her. She was an intern. It ain't her fault. I'm blaming old Clinton's. Can't help himself. Walking around the White House, twiddling his thumbs. I'm bored. Pitiful.
I think you should be able to give whoever is running for president your own medical exam, whether you're a doctor or not.
What?
I think you should be able to bring a doctor if you choose or not if you choose. And just say, listen, we're going to put you on the table. I need to know everything. Now bend over or whatever. Cough. Stretch out. Spread them. Whatever's happening. What do you do in a medical exam? I'm not quite sure. The thing with the stick on your tongue.
Take your blood pressure.
Take your blood pressure.
Yeah,
Start
see?
there.
Yeah.
That's easy. Get one of them things. Go down to Kroger, put a quarter in the machine, drag Hillary Clinton along with you. Like, we're just going to run a few quick tests. That seems fair. If you're in your 70s, it seems fair.
I think so, yeah.
Or they could have a live special, instead of a debate, what they should do is have a televised physical where they put both candidates through a very thorough examination live on television. And we wait for the results. It'd be like American Idol, only still popular.
Find out who's the sickest.
Find out who's the sickest.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you don't vote for the sickest person. If you want to throw your vote away on a dying, useless human being, go ahead. But my vote is for the one who's weller and is a Republican, probably.
Well, yeah. Well, if Chris Christie runs.
He won't even be able to get up on the table without breaking a sweat.
I wouldn't be one.
And then all the paper crinkles up under him because he's so fat.
And now that's what you say fat shaming right there. See?
Yeah.
You're doing it now.
Uh-huh, I am.
Yeah.
He's real fat.
Well, yeah, he is. Look like a...
Oh, his
baseball.
clothes look weird.
Put clothes on, don't fit right, little boy. Too big. Something's not right.
Look like he got squashed on a cartoon.
Well,
So that's Hillary Clinton. Real sick.
Brain damage, yeah.
Brain damage.
Don't say it, though. Don't say it out loud.
Now,
Everybody get
Karl
on to
Rove,
you.
people could say, well, what's the matter with you? Like, it doesn't matter what's the matter with him. He ain't running for president. If you run
No.
for president, I want to see your medical records.
That's right. They got to show them, yeah.
I want them to televise a colonoscopy.
Oh, hell.
It's all cameras. They can just broadcast it out of there. Coming to you
On
live
the shade.
from up in Hillary's colon.
Enough. I meant to say before we get done here, moving on to American Spring.
Oh, Operation American Spring.
Operation American Spring happened, and enough people didn't. They were expecting 10 to 30 million, I think, is what the
Right.
numbers were, and it did turn out to be that way. But I want
No.
to say that we got the bus to the nursing home that was planning on driving up there. Good for them, get them out,
Mm-hmm.
It broke down on the way.
Oh, and that's why they didn't.
They didn't get there. That would have been about
30 or 40 more people
about 30,
wandering
35,
off.
I'd say, yeah.
And the handlers, they had 2 or 3 handlers.
Well, they go, they have to go. I hope sometime hold the signs up for them, this and that.
Yeah, they go to a lot of political events.
Yeah, around here, that was going to be a big one, though. They were excited to go, but, the bus broke down midway up there. I don't think he got too far. I don't think he got through Kentucky. I don't think, from what I remember.
Do you think that Obama had something to do with that bus breaking down?
I don't know. I don't think so, but
Cut the brakes.
I just don't put nothing past him.
I mean, we got on here and we announced that they were headed up there, and I hate to think that us doing that let the Obama administration know.
Now, there was a lot of them on Bundy Ranch couldn't go. About half of them stayed, half of them went, from what I heard.
Well, somebody had to stay behind and
Well, yeah, take care of cows and this and that.
right.
Yeah.
You can't just leave your cows every time you want to go overthrow the president.
Well, yeah. Priorities depends on,
I think a good photo opportunity would have been to bring some of them cows with them.
Now, that's something that somebody needs to do.
Set them loose. When Obama comes out and says, what's all this mooing? Get him.
Yeah. I like to see just a bunch of cows all over Washington Mall. That'd be nice.
Shitting.
Well, it ain't all the cow does is that.
What else does it do?
Moos, milks, and cow, just always, that's what the first thing you think of is going to the bathroom.
Yeah. I mean, a big cow doing it's funny.
All right.
In Washington, people slipping in it on their way to be a lobbyist.
They wouldn't know what it was, yeah.
They so used to bullshit up there. Ha!
Well,
No, that was a good one.
well, you're right. Yeah, I don't like language, but that's
That's pretty funny.
You said that, yeah.
That's Bill Maher level right there.
Well,
But
if you think he's funny, I don't.
the right way.
Well,
Like a good Bill Maher. That's what my goal always was. Be a good one of him.
well, they always try to have these things, Tea Party, this and that, and it don't seem to turn out the way they want to.
Yeah, why is it that the Tea Party cannot get the turnout that they're looking for? Maybe they're sitting there. If they'd said we're gonna have maybe 400 or 500 people, they're not gonna get in the newspaper. Maybe people found out about this and it was short notice for them. But when they heard people saying they was coming, they're like, okay, for next one we'll try to be there.
Well, they try to have them, and nobody shows up, this one or that one. They just all need to decide on which one to go to. Pick one, have one big one.
Well, just because they had American Spring and it didn't turn out, they could still do American Summer
Well, yeah.
or Fall. Give people a little
It don't
notice.
matter how many people goes. First off, if your heart's in the right place, that's fine. Get up there and go holler and that, do whatever it is you need to do. But don't sit there and say we're going to have 10, 30 million people come.
30 million is a lot of people.
That's a lot of people there, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I bet did they think about Godzilla?
What?
I don't think they knew Godzilla was going to be as big a hit as it was.
Godzilla.
Godzilla come out this weekend, and I bet they were thinking, "Oh, Godzilla," and I'm saying they thought about it. Like Godzilla, what's scheduled to open that Friday? Well, Godzilla's coming out. and they're like, okay, Godzilla. I don't know how that's going to do. I'm going to say it's going to open in the 40 to 50 million range. Let's go ahead and schedule it Godzilla weekend, because following weekend is going to be X-Men. That's Memorial Day weekend. People are going to have barbecues, pool parties. Let's do a weekend for that. Godzilla, I'm not expecting a lot of resistance from people going to see Godzilla. But how do we know? Maybe Godzilla was unexpectedly popular with the Tea Party.
Everybody likes Godzilla.
Everybody
I like
likes Godzilla.
Yeah, tell you,
It
I'm-
cuts across party lines. That could have had something to do with it. I don't know. I'm just speculating.
well, they schedule it different. I don't know. For some reason, it's supposed to be spring. It's supposed to be like Arab Spring, wasn't it? Like
Mhm.
different,
Yeah.
different kind.
An American one.
Well, yeah, American Spring. That's the name of it. Yeah,
American
American,
Spring.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of like a soap.
Well, you think Irish Spring is the green soap.
Right, but why do I want to do something Irish?
I'd get a soap if it was red, white, and blue. You can do soap different colors. I know.
that would be good. Like Aquafresh, but soap.
Well, yeah, would put some red, white, and blue American Spring. I'd get that if it. I mean, if it was good soap, kept it clean, it should. If you have that name.
Oh, man. That's what they should do instead of like, oh, well, we fucked up.
Hey,
We blew it. Country's over now. Obama's going to be in here till 2016. Let's just go home and cry. Don't be a pussy, American Spring.
Hey,
go
what's-
home and make some soap. Take all that money and pour it into super PACs or wherever you can put your money in that secretly controls the government.
that's a good political thing. Like,
Buy politicians off of that money. Make the soap American Spring. Everybody wants clean by American Spring.
well, let's scrub away all. Get American Spring soap. Scrub away all the mess in Washington. Get it clean. Clean it up.
That's good, Jack.
That's what I'm saying. They get
Like Mad
posters.
Men.
Yeah, that's what I do. American Spring. Let's wash. Get in the shower. Get all sudsy and wash off this.
Well, you're losing it now, but
What? Wash off all the mess in Washington. Wash it away.
yeah, you got
clean,
it back.
clean. Let's clean up Washington.
Yeah,
American Spring soap.
that's pretty good.
Well,
So y'all go home, make that soap, make billions of dollars, and buy off a bunch of politicians.
hey, that's how you do it. Yeah.
That's how you do it. Because I think if we've learned anything about America, it's that we are not going to take to the streets. Them days is over.
Yes, everybody got their little phone videos and your screen TVs and your computers everywhere. Everybody looking down at something. They ain't gonna go nowhere. I'll watch it on YouTube's. I ain't gonna go there. Pitiful.
It is too bad. I mean, we were wondering. I'm going to say, I'll admit, we did not have a lot of faith that Operation American Spring would cause Obama to resign this weekend. But there was a part of us, I guess that little part of you that still hopes for that back every Christmas morning when you wake up.
It's enough to hope for.
We'll have a great podcast.
Well,
We'll have a lot to talk about.
it didn't turn out that
Did
way.
not go as they had planned.
Neither did this podcast. I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, it's Dunlap.
Hey, it's Jackie Bro.
I thought you meant you were going to say I'm Jackie Bros.
I did. I just I blanked out.
We thought we'd. Are you okay?
I need to get. Carl Rowe gonna be talking about me soon. I need to get looked at. I ain't going to the doctor. I feel all right now.
You never go to the doctor.
Um,
We just wanted to get on here. We never do an ending. We thought we'd do an ending. We probably need some kind of song or something to separate it from the way the podcast just naturally peters out. You got a song you want to sing?
no, I ain't got no song I want to sing.
You got harmonize?
No, I ain't gonna harmonize. No.
Hey, so we just want to thank everybody for listening to this. Get on the iTunes, rate it, review it. That helps.
Rates and reviews, yeah.
Rate it and
iTunes
review
rates
it.
and reviews supposed to help somehow. I don't know how, but appreciate you doing it.
These are up on iTunes. You can find it on our Libsyn page. Podcasts go a bunch of weird places. We don't really know how they work. Also, it's up on Stitcher Radio. You can rate and review us on there on Stitcher Radio.
You still put these on YouTube?
On YouTube, you can go to YouTube and listen to us and watch it. I mean, there's nothing on there after a few minutes, right? It's a picture, then black.
I think that's, yeah.
And then you can just let us know what you think about us. Get on Facebook, Twitter,
iTunes, rates, and reviews.
iTunes, rate and review. Man, this ending is terrible. Yeah, get on Facebook. Tell us what you think. Get on Twitter. Tell us who your favorite damn sponsors are.
Thank you kindly for
Thank
listening.
you so much
all
for
these
listening.
people.
And
Yeah.
now we've got what? 19 more after this one. 19
That's it,
more.
yeah.
Because as
So-
we've said from the very beginning, I don't know how many times on every podcast, 100 episodes, and then that's it.
So you only got so many times to let everybody know what you
We were
think. so
very
do it.
clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else you want to say, Jackie?
No, I need to lay down. I'm tired this morning. I don't know what's wrong. I'm sorry.
Do you have a tumor?
I ain't got a tumor. It's just
You're slurring your words a little bit. Are you having a stroke?
No, I ain't having no stroke. It's just the back behind my ear. Something
No,
bothering me.
that sounds like something you need to go to a doctor about.
I don't know where to see it.
You mean, what is, you do need to lay on that towel you lay on.
I'll get. That's what I'm gonna do when I get done. Can I turn this off?
I guess you sure you don't want to go to the doctor?
I'm just gonna lay down in here for a little while. You just go on. Turn all this off, and I'm just gonna lay down.
All right, well, thanks for listening, everybody. Red State Update Podcast number 80.
Here, have that towel. Lay it down. No, lay it down there. Right there.
You want a pillow or something to lay on your head?
No, I just won't lay that. Don't fold it over. Just lay the whole towel out. by
Is it like a
itself.
pillow? The towel's
I
supposed to be like a
don't want
pillow?
no pillow. I won't lay my head on the ground. Oh,
Do you want me to cover you up with this towel?
no. I just need it. Ah.
How many towels are down here?
Oh, just that one. Don't put the one on top of me.
What?
Get out. Turn that off and get out.